Arranging windows side by side on your Mac, the easy way. Lots of times you'll be needing to look at two windows to take notes or to transfer information from one thing to another. There's an easy way on your Mac to do that. I'll demonstrate it with two different scenarios. The first scenario is with one web window, one internet browser, and then a Pages document is open in the background. So notice that all of your applications have three icon buttons in the upper left hand corner. So close, minimize, and full screen. And so they all work universally. So if I want to see these side by side, I'm going to press and hold the green button to get this extra menu. And I'm going to choose to let this be on the left side of the screen. Any other open application will be selectable on the right. In this case, it's my Pages document, and I'll select it. And it allows me to see both of these side by side. I can choose which one is larger, which one is smaller. By default, they're equal. And so I can be taking my notes here, and I'm ready to go. So that's one way. This opens in full screen. So what happens is it puts both of these applications on another desktop. So to come out of that desktop, I'm going to come out of full screen, and now that one that's left is full screen. I'm going to come back and bring it out of full screen, and it puts both back on the same desktop the way they were to start with. The second way one could do this is if you had two web browser windows. So let's say that I am going to take notes in a Google document. So I have my Google Doc started, notes for class. Okay. You're going to want to name it a little more specific than that. This is just an example. When I want to use two web windows, I have to separate those. So the easiest way to do that is just to drag one down. And I'm going to select this one, and I want it on the right side. And then I have Pages still open, so I have the choice of what to put on the left. And now I have my presentation from my teacher, and so I can take my notes over on the right. Again, taking both out of full screen, come back over and take it out of full screen.
It's helpful to know how to change a few trackpad settings. To access trackpad settings, you'll choose the Apple System Settings. And in System Settings, you'll scroll down on the left until you see Trackpad. There are three categories here. The first one I'll talk about is secondary click. So when you need to right click to get a right click menu, you can change how you do that. I prefer click or tap with two fingers. Some people like to click once in the bottom right hand corner, and some people like to click in the bottom left hand corner. This is adjustable per user. You can have tap to click on or off, your tracking speed, your click. If you want to feel your trackpad movements, you can choose force click and haptic feedback. Under scroll and zoom, natural scrolling scrolls in that direction. If you wanted to zoom in or out, if you wanted a smart zoom, or if you wanted to be able to rotate something with two fingers. Under the More Gestures menu, you have swipe between pages. You have swipe between full screen applications. The notification center comes in from the right side of your screen. Mission Control will show you all of your open applications with 3 fingers up on the swipe, or you can change it. In App Expose, to get the launch pad, you can pinch with thumb and 3 fingers, or to show your desktop.
Sometimes your teachers will have you type up a paper or document or notes or questions and answers in Pages and submit. You're going to choose File, Save, and save it. Okay, so once you've done that, your teachers may not accept this to be turned in as a Pages document in Canvas. Your teacher may require this to be submitted as a PDF in Canvas. So what you're going to do after you've saved it as Pages, you'll want to save it as Pages first in case you need to go back and edit it. Once you've saved it as your Pages document, you're going to export to PDF. And so leave the defaults here, you're fine. And then next, choose where you're going to save it. While it will have a PDF extension, lots of times just so that students don't get confused, I'll recommend putting PDF at the end of the name. That way when you're uploading it in Canvas, it's easy to find and locate. When you're working in Pages, sometimes you need to get that document to a Google Doc. So you can have a Pages document and upload it to Google Drive, but you won't be able to edit it and you won't be able to view it. You'll have to download it. So really, putting a Pages document in Google Drive just allows you storage, and that's okay. So I'm going to save this document. As a just Pages document like it should be. But if you need to be able to edit a document in Google Docs that started in Pages, you're going to open it as Pages and you're going to choose Export to and Word. So Google Docs is just a modified, shortened, condensed version of Word, and so exporting this as Word will allow you to be able to use it in Google Drive. I'm going to just add that extension, letting me know here what I've done with it. And then I'm going to drop both of these files in my English folder. I'm going to say there for English. Okay, so I've done that. Now I want to go to Drive. So in my Drive folder, I can upload things, and you want to upload your things to Drive periodically and regularly, because if you were to have a problem with your computer, the help desk may not be able to recover your files. So every week or 2 weeks or so, you're going to want to just upload your files to Google Drive or use files out of Google Drive to start with. But one important change you're going to want to make in your Google Drive before you do this is that ability to use that document and make changes to it once you've uploaded it. So this is a one-time setting change only. So in your Drive, you're going to choose Settings, and you're going to check this Convert Uploaded Files to Google Docs Editor Format. Again, you'll do that one time, okay? One time. So once you've made that change, you're done. So I'm going to take my English folder and upload it to my Google Drive, and I'm going to do the same with my math folder. So I'm going to periodically back up my stuff so I don't lose anything, or I'm going to work out of the Google Drive. So I want to show you what I talked about with English. Remember, I talked about that Pages document would only allow you to upload and download and store it. When I open it, I can't view that file. So if I need to share that with my teacher as a Google Doc or do something as a Google Doc, I can't do that. We also exported that as a DOC file. So here is that exported DOC file. And because I made that extra change, I can come in here and make changes to this document that originated in Pages, and you can't tell that it originated in Pages.